Yo.
Yo, what's good? What's good, man? Welcome to another episode of Sheep Talk. I am your host, Slim Peasy. We got my boy August and my boy Midniteinvegas, man.
What's up? What's up?
Came to be who he is today, so we're gonna jump right into it, man.
Yes,
tell me how you got your name Midniteinvegas, man. Where'd that come from?
Wow. Cause it's funny because I probably had maybe 5 names.
Yeah, we all had like 5 names.
But so when I was in the Navy, that's when I started getting back into the music. So my first name that I changed, so I changed my name. I can't remember what my name was before I changed it, but I changed my name to Ernie Vegas. You said, was it Nate the Kid?
I think it was, wasn't it? Nate the Kid?
You the first name?
I don't know the first name.
Nate Gleeman?
That was just my Instagram.
That was a crazy era. That was when I was Kyle Scheming.
Oh yeah, we just had all rhyme words.
Noah Gleeman.
Yep. That was the good time on Instagram for real. But yeah. It could have been Nate something, but anyways, I changed my name from that to Ernie Vegas, and then I was like, it's cool, but I didn't really like the Ernie part. Like it was cool. I just wanted to be different. You know what I mean? I was just like brainstorming and trying to be different. So I wasn't messing with the Ernie part. So I was like, I'm gonna change it to something that kind of like defines me. So when I was thinking of something, I was like, all right, Vegas I like because that kind of defines me as like somebody outgoing, likes to party, just like being a nightlife type of person. Mm-hmm. And then Midniteinvegas, that came together because, like I said, like after the nightlife type of thing. So Midniteinvegas is more like the peak hours of like the nightlife. So that kind of described me as like, hey, this is me. I'm a outgoing person. I like to party. I like to have fun. So yeah, so that's where I came up with the name Midniteinvegas to give a perception of like, I guess like a physical type of reality in my name. So that's where I got the Midniteinvegas.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So do you feel like going through those different phases and going through those different names, you sort of kind of, that helps you kind of find your sound now that you got to this point where,
Yeah. It's funny because I was maybe like a few months ago, I was like, man, I need to change my name again. But I was like, nah. I was like, I'm going to just keep it because it's so much work to change your name because you got to change all your handles. You got to change literally everything. And then everybody gets confused. So I was like, I'm just going to keep it Midniteinvegas. But over time, yes, I think it evolved with my sound. And I think picking the name, it just defines me. So like throughout the life and throughout the years I was making music, it evolved into like what I am now, to more like a Midniteinvegas type of person, like I'm a turn
so
up type of person.
For those who don't know, what do you do? You produce, engineer, make beats. Let us know what everything that is Midniteinvegas.
So producing, make beats, engineer a little bit. I do clothes, so fashion designer. What else I do? I'm a marketing major, so I just love anything marketing. So in that sense, I want to take that knowledge and put that towards all the stuff that we just named. So like the more of the the music side, the fashion side, the just anything me. Just branding myself. But that's really it. Just like those things, and maybe I'll get into a little bit more things in the future, but those are like my bread and butter right now. It's like the music.
You're an artist too.
Yeah, an artist, yeah. I forgot, artist, yeah.
He be hanging out his jersey. Jersey, man. Like this man.
That joke is on the Raptors, bro.
How many albums you got on like streaming service right now?
I got 2 right now. So I got Jupiter and then Saturn. And then I have a EP where it is Death is Love. So that's...
And y'all got collab album too.
Yeah, and the collab album too. Yeah, we got a lot of...
I forgot about that one. That's probably one of my favorites.
You said what again?
You're obviously an artist.
Yeah, I'm definitely, artist too. But I I took a break from that. Not like I put on the Raptors or nothing. That hasn't happened. But I just wanted to. I think that comes with the evolution process of finding your sound. So I'm like trying to find my sound a little bit more. Mm-hmm. So where when I do start recording, it's just gonna be like I'm just laying stuff down because I know how I want to sound. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm trying to find myself a little bit more. So that's why I like kind of shifted into the producer side because I like making beats because to me, I'm not really good. I mean, I'm good with like words, like wordplay and like rhyming and, just creating lyrics. But I think when I'm making beats, it kind of, I can express myself a little bit more, like how I want. I create a sound, like I'm creating the sound and it's something what kind of regurgitating that's going on in my mind, what I mean? And I can put it straight down on a track compared to like writing lyrics because that's the thing, like finding your sound, what I mean? Like I can write the lyrics, I can have a rhyme pattern, a rhyme scheme, whatever, like how to flow, but for some reason I hate it when I actually record it, what I mean? Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to like, do better and just finding that sound. So when I do find that sound, I can just lay it down and be like, all right, yeah, this is the sound I want. This is where I want to go with it. This is the direction I want to go with it. So that's what I'm trying to work towards, as in at least being an artist.
Facts. So give us a little bit more of a background of how does even all start? How did you get into the music? What I guess as being younger and being an adolescent, what sparked you? It could have been anything. You could have been, into football. You used to play football. You could have wanted to go to NFL. So what sparked it for you to be like, this is my niche, even with the fashion and well, let's start with the music. So how did the music come about to where you really was like getting into it?
So our background, like me and Jordan, like we always were in the music related type of background because of our dad. It's like he was always like a artist or just a, not really artist, but just more of like a music. What was it, like an instrument, like musician? Yeah. Okay. Crazy, musician. Like he plays like everything. So I like grew up with him playing the drums, playing the bass, playing the guitar, even like making beats. Just on the computer. Like this is like back in the day when he was making beats, or not really beats. It was just instrumentals, really. Yeah. So when I saw him making music at a young age.
So Pops really
definitely
instilled it in y'all life.
That him and I'll say like my grandfather too. Like he was into music also, and I remember like he wanted us to make a song based on like the 10 Commandments like back in the day.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I don't know.
That's pretty deep, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like
for a kid, for sure.
You remember that? You remember that?
For a kid, that's a deep thing to dive into. For sure.
So so he kind of instilled it also, but it was mostly my dad, and I think I made my first song when I was like 5. So it was around some of that age, and I made maybe like
early,
4.
Man.
I made like 4 lines, and he like made like a beat. You know what I mean? But that was like my first time of actually, being in the process of making a song. You know what I mean? Because I think I wrote the lyrics first, and then he like made a beat over it, and then I was like, "Ooh, this is nice! Like this is cool." So I think that was the spark that interested me in music, just like watching him throughout my childhood. And then that just grew until now, you know what I mean? But that he just instilled that in me and then pushed me to do more like be expressive in my creativity, basically. So
that's dope, man. That's dope. So
I feel like y'all should talk a little bit about like middle school, high school. I guess more high school. That's when y'all really was like,
like me and you linked up.
Yeah,
like I said, y'all two really the ones that got me started with the music thing. Yeah. And even hanging out with y'all, I remember coming over and I was like,
did we make music in middle school?
I
can't remember when because like, yes, I started off in like an early age.
Yeah, and it's kind of like on and off.
It was on and off.
So when did you start producing on your own?
That didn't come until like that was recently. Yeah. That was like maybe what's 2022 now? So that was probably like 20.
It was when you was in the
Navy.
18, yeah, 2018.
It was when you was in the Navy.
Yeah, it was in the Navy.
I remember you started making beats and stuff.
Yeah, because it was like, all right, so like I was in the Navy, as I heard. So after deployment, we went to a shipyard, so I had like a bunch of free time. Because like before that, I had no type of free time. Like I'll go to work, I'll do my duty, I'll do whatever, and go home and go to sleep type thing. Like I wasn't doing nothing else creativity wise. So once we got to shipyard and we're like, shoot, like we got more time in the day to do what we want to do. I bought me like a laptop. Yeah, I think I bought a laptop. I bought like the monitors, the little keyboard, and I started going crazy. And I taught myself really. Like Jordan, like, you know, gave me little hints in there, you know what I mean? Like, hey, do this, you know. But yeah, he helped me out a lot, to be honest. But that was the time where I started to actually produce and just started to explore that type of creativity in that sense.
And let it be known, like, throughout when I was saying, like, y'all in high school making songs and whatnot, y'all was getting, like, YouTube beats.
Yeah.
What was that thing? The contest?
Gija,
right?
Them beats were horrible.
We would literally like go through it, like, because we had to pick one to be in a contest, and they only gave you like maybe 6 beats to choose from. Or I don't know how many it was, but in each one we were like, so we literally had to pick out of the trashiest beats and be like, which one is the best out of all these? Like, we was like, no. I guess that was like it was. Yeah, that was struggle, man. But it was dope.
Yeah, we did that. But I think you're because you were creating beats by then, so we're hopping on a little bit of your beats.
And
also.
like what I was about to say, like let it be known, I've been telling Midnight for the longest time to cook up your own beats, and he always said, "Nah, he's not a producer. Like never. I'm not doing."
So
that.
He was a strictly musician, artist.
I'm just gonna rap. And
it's crazy how things change.
It's really crazy because I would have never just how like my mindset was with him saying like, nah, I'm not gonna do that for the longest time. And then like he disappeared into the Navy. And I do remember you like, I'm trying to think because like I don't remember exactly if you're getting the equipment to like just record. Because I remember we was talking about I'm gonna be sending you stuff so you can like hop on the music or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was literally like dude came home. Well, really like. I guess he was like visiting us from time to time, and it was just like transforming, bro. Like on some just who is this person? Like, and then like so he really just started, and he's saying I helped him out, but I don't remember like really doing anything, at least with the beat making stuff. I mean,
I mean,
especially I could understand being. I don't want to say isolated, but being removed from the environment that you grew up in, that music environment, and having access to Jordan and y'all being able to do what y'all want to do on the whim. It's like you really didn't have no choice but to do it on your own. Like he can send you stuff, but he's doing his own thing. So it's like, you know, it's late night. I ain't got nothing to do. I might as well mess around with it and try to figure it out. And I think that's what really kicked it into gear for you, like to really be like,
it was because. He wasn't really like you said. He wasn't really helping me in a sense, but he'll put me in the right direction. So he was like telling me to start off with like was it music, not philosophy, but
music theory.
Yeah, theory. Theory. So I like started to learn like how notes work, how scales work. You know what I mean? But I like. Yeah, it was on YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube teaching.
But like at the same time, I knew a little bit like that because like throughout my whole life. I wasn't actually making beats, but at the same time, like throughout middle school and through like 9th grade, 10th grade, I was in band. So like I knew about like music. I knew about sheet music at least. I knew about notes. I knew about arpeggios. You know what I mean? Like I knew about music, but just more of I'm playing, sheet music. You know what I mean? So it's a difference turning that into like actually composing, beats. You know what I mean? So, but I always had that little understanding because I started band in 5th grade, you know what I mean? So like I was always in the musical type of background. So it just like evolved over time, to be honest. But it's cool how like we talk about it now and just like the transitions of how I got to like now how we are here right now. But it was a fun little
process.
Yeah, fun little process.
So do you feel like at this point that you've developed your own sound? Do you feel like you found that Midnight sound, or you feel like you still
I'm still
working towards it?
I'm still working towards it.
You know how like 808 got a sound, or like a drum kit, or like you know what I'm saying, or like Metro, like everybody, when a Metro song, like you feel like you obviously not to that caliber. Do you feel like you getting like you kind of finding that? Okay. Yeah. Or because for me personally, like you super versatile. So for me personally, it's like it's hard to say you have a sound. Like me, I know what you sound like. I know if you could turn the beat on right now, I'm like, yeah, Jerris made that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or like Midnight made that. Like, but to the outside world, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you know what I'm saying, you're still working on that that caliber of, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. I think so, because me personally, I don't think I'll ever say I found my sound, you know what I mean? Because music is always expanding. It's always going to be something new. You know what I mean? It's always something that you can change up. It's always going to be a new sound that's available. So me personally, I don't think I'll ever hit my cap, you know what I mean? Because I can always learn more, you know what I mean? But at least for me finding my sound, I think I found a foundation, you know what I mean? Where I can always build off of it.
Facts.
But I think that's more on the beat side, because you remember, like I talked about, like at least on the writing side and like the artist side, I'm still trying to find that sound. But on the producer side, I think I found a good foundation where I can like keep on just upgrading and be in loop with everything that's going on. But I think at the same time, I think I found my sound in a sense though. Like I know, like you said, like you know how my music sound like, because I think I'm an unorthodox person. So like my beats are like different in a sense.
They come different every time.
Like it's always
there's no
different.
beat to me. There's none of your beats that sound similar.
Yeah, exactly.
Each beat, every time you make a beat, every time you make it, don't matter who it's for. If you just make is never like a certain sound from the last time. It's always something new. So I think that's dope going forward.
Yeah, I think because I make like I said, like when I make beats, it's like my creativity comes out. So like I can feel one way on one beat and totally a different way on another beat. So I can like, I'm versatile. Like I can go like from a R&B beat to like a straight up trap beat to maybe like a West Coast beat, or like maybe like alternative hip hop beat. Like it can go any lane and I can mesh all of it together. It really depends on just how I'm feeling, and if I like listen to like beats before, and then I get kind of some type of inspiration from that.
So do you have any influences as far as producers, like, or people that you kind of draw inspiration from, or is it more just on a whim?
I think it's on a whim, to be honest. But I mean, it's always somebody I look up to. You know, like I look up to like TM88, like Pierre, Metro, Jetson. Like it's a lot of people that's like, oh yeah, they you know, I want to be like them. I want to be on that type of level. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's mostly, but at the end of the day, like, I'm trying to do me, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to copy or trying to imitate in any type of way. Like, even if I try to imitate, it's still going to come out my version of it, you know what I mean? Like, so I only could do so much of, like, imitating or copying some type of pattern or, like, melody or, you know, whatever I'm trying to create. But, yeah, it just...
I was going to say, like, with the imitation... I think a good like what's the right word? I guess like training. If you're a producer and you're trying to make beats or whatnot, like find your favorite beat and just try to recreate it. And usually, most of the time, you're not going to come out with the same thing that it sound like. Yeah. And then you'll find like your creative route and like it'll sound totally different.
Exactly. You know? That's how I started off, to be honest. Yeah. Like
same.
Like once you start studying music, that's like studying music in a sense. Like you on YouTube and like, all right, maybe like I don't know, just for example, like Meek Mill type beat. I don't know why he's the first name. but like, let's say like Meek Mill beat saying like they all sound alike, right? Because usually like that's what they're trying to imitate in a sense. Like, yeah, like a Meek Mill type beat. So if I'm listening to that, you know, I'm getting some ideas like, all right, cool. Like most of his beats have like maybe like low melody, like low tempos or something like that. Like they don't use so much.
They'll take certain parts,
like that.
loops, and then do your own.
Yeah, like I try. Like sometimes, like I try to recreate it, but I just physically can't. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's either like I'm gonna try too much and extort too much energy trying to recreate it, where it's like I'm gonna just try to do my own thing, where it's more natural. Like I don't have take his own. Like just let it. For sure. You know, just let it control itself, you know what I mean? Like, you're just creating it and just letting it go from that, you know what I mean? So, it's a mixture of both, you know what I mean? But I think it's just the study of music so you can understand what's out there. That's the most important thing. So, you know how people are making beats nowadays, because you always have to be in tune of what's going on if you want to stay on top of the game, you know what I mean? Or at least be, just create something new in a sense, you know what I mean? And stand out. So
that's dope, man. That's dope. So what do you feel like, where do you see your music or producing career being in like, let's give it 5 years, 5-10 years? What do you feel like you'll bring to the industry, to the game, to the culture? To set yourself apart from others.
To set myself apart?
Yeah.
That's a hard question.
I like those type of questions.
To be honest, I really don't even know, because I'm trying to think, like, maybe like I'm gonna answer this, like, where I see myself in 5 years is being way more bigger than I am now. Because right now I'm more focused on creating like albums, like producer type albums, you know what I mean, where I'm collaborating with other artists and they hopping on my beats. So that's what I'm working towards now. But I guess from 5 years from now, I want like obviously like mainstream artists on there, like niggas asking me like, yo, let me hop on like your beat, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, let me hop on your tape because your tapes is doing numbers.
Hey,
you know
man,
what I mean?
they be charging 80 for a beat. I mean, like,
ooh, that's crazy.
For like a Metro beat,
that's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, but like that's the type of thing I want to be on. Where,
but that exposure that you get behind it is going to
exactly. Like I want to work, because I'm a weird person. Like when it comes to music, bro. Like and going to the studio, like. I'm not gonna say I'm shy, but I hate recording with other people around.
Oh, I'm the same way, bro. I hate recording with other people.
Like I love recording by myself in my room where I just feel comfortable. Yeah. I'm just chilling, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But when I'm in, I don't know, it's like when I'm recording with other people, I just get nervous and shit, you know what I mean? Where it's like,
it's true though.
Let me do that again. It'd be like 30 cuts. But I don't know, like. Yeah,
that's a fair way to feel though, because you've created your own zone, your own comfort zone, and then when you get taken out of that, and you have other people in there, it's like...
It's weird.
You know what I'm saying? You start thinking too much about the outside instead of being able to...
Yeah, exactly. You know? And that's what I like about producing, where I can create the beat at home, or I can create it there. Like, I have no problem creating a beat, like, in front of other people.
I like when you and our other friend, TMC, but Aaron, y'all get together and y'all could, like, when we was in that studio session, we were making our collaboration tape with everybody that we work with, and maybe I'm dreaming, but when he came and y'all were just making beats together, it was like, how y'all just fed off each other energy was dope, bro. And I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you could bring that to the game as far as like, you know what I'm saying, linking up with other producers and stuff like that. Like just bringing and especially the way you say you're unorthodox. Mm-hmm. So you're going to bring a whole different spin to the way somebody might normally make,
That's true.
You know what I'm saying, they beats.
Yeah, I think, and I think that goes, that ties into like what I want to do too. Like I said, like a collab tape, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm gonna be of the, you know, the executive producer, you know what I mean? Like we're not just like executive producer of creating all the beats, but more of just what's the word? Like the master,
like creative direction.
Yeah, creative direction, where I'm like, all right, this is the beats where I want to do, and I want you to go this way on the beat, like this, like. Feeding off of each other like an artist and producer, like because I created
like
the beat.
DJ Khaled,
DJ Khaled.
Kind of how he presents his.
I couldn't think of like what's his like name. I mean, we know like what he is. Like I guess it's like executive producer, right?
Yeah.
So
probably,
so just like being in
but he's hands on. You want to be
hands on. Yeah, hands on.
Not just send somebody being like, you do what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to be there and you know what I'm saying, kind of steer it a little bit, but also give that artist and that person the free reign to get a sauce and give they little. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I hear that. Because like from like a young age too. Like I've always like, if you ask any of me. I mean, if you ask you, Jordan, or anybody in our circle, I put I put y'all onto like a lot of music. So I have the ear.
For sure.
I feel like myself.
Thug and
I feel like I have the ear.
I didn't even think about that.
Bro, he always shows us stuff.
I always think about Kendrick. He put me on Kendrick.
Tory Lanez, Thug, Kevin Gates, everybody. I was like, who are these people, bro? And then like it'd be like not even within a 6-month span, these dudes be huge. I'd be like,
bro,
how do you be finding these folks, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, when you put me on Thug, bro, I was like, this shit.
Bro, Thug, I used to be like, this man is terrible.
Bro, I used to love, bro. That was
unorthodox. You like that? That's the same.
I like different. Yeah,
Exactly.
I hate when I hear somebody new and it sounds the same as everybody else. I'm like, bro, this is. I'm not saying it's garbage, but it's like
I've heard
you do something different. You know what I mean? Like you sound like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come into the game different and I like it, I'm gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna put you on my playlist. I'm gonna show you to my friends. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But just having that ear for new music and new sounds, I think that can put me in a position where I can help other people out because I can hear your potential. I can hear like your direction and I can like help you, guide in the direction like where it can help both of us out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think that answers your question too. Like in 5 years, I want to be like 2 hands all in into like shaping, not really shaping artists, but like helping develop artists.
Right.
Like, and like if that's an A&R type executive producer, whatever. But I think that's just me personally where I just want to be in the forefront of like, yo, like this dude is the next thing. I'm gonna help you as much as I can to get you on the next level.
Facts.
So
talking about like next 5 years, 10 years, or whatnot. I feel like we should kind of drift over into the fashion.
I was just about to ask it. So
because you ain't really talked about that at all.
That was literally where I was going. My next direction. So do you feel like well, let's start out. How did you get into the fashion? We start there.
Bro, I don't even know, to be honest.
Like, where did your love for clothes and kind of like, not even clothes, everybody love clothes.
It's crazy. It's all like childhood shit.
Yeah.
That's why.
Your eye for being a designer.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like that sparked?
I think, to be honest, in the era of Soulja Boy, bro, to be honest. Because, like, not just like the way he was dressed or nothing like that, but he brought out the Bapes, right? Like, he put the Bapes on. Mm-hmm. So the first thing I started designing was shoes. And I was like, yo, I want to like create shoes. Like I was heavy into like designing shoes. Like this is like maybe like 6th, 7th grade. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing like what niggas not doing at 6th or 7th grade. Like I'm looking up distributors. I'm looking up like people that like design, like China suppliers. Like I'm looking at anything like where I can try to get my dream, of making, being a shoe designer. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I'm contacting all these like distributors and like at 6, 7 years old, not having a lick of money, you know what I mean? But I'm like, I was creating that type of process where I still use it now of like doing the research and development basically of like, basically, just like trying to create something out of nothing basically because, I only can do so much of just drawing something out, but you need the extra third party to actually make the physical products. So that's where I started was with the shoes. And then I think it was called like J&J or something like that.
Dang.
And
this man bringing back nostalgic memories.
Bro, like it's cool. Like I love that because bro, if I can design shoes like now, like I would love that jump because I would create some crazy stuff. But that's where at least my design.
Think you would do that one day?
Yeah, definitely. Because I want to do everything where it is a reflection of me. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
So like. The music wise to the fashion wise, if you're listening to my stuff, that's me. If you looking at me wearing stuff, or if you see my stuff on a rack or something, you know what I mean, you'll know that's me. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to do. I want to be known for my creativity in that sense. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I care about is just like getting my creativity out there and y'all like seeing my art. You know what I mean? Seeing what I can do with my creativity and what I can do with my brain. But I think that's where, start off with the shoes and I think maybe like a few years later, I'm trying to think. That was probably, I'm trying to think. Oh, no. Then we created a combination. I think that was the next brand I created.
We had Squid Boys.
Yes, good, bro. I'm telling you, like we.
Squid Boy.
Yeah, it was hard,
that
bro.
was hard with the little hand and
that
was hard.
That was
bro.
hard.
I remember that, bro. You just unlocked the memory.
Yeah.
Bro. That was hard. Squid Boys was crazy. I remember y'all was showing me the
That joint was
designs and
fire.
the little yeah.
That joint was fire. I wish we can redo that because that was a different.
I want to see you. We had You had shirts and everything, didn't you?
We didn't.
Or did you just draw them?
Yeah, we just had mock-ups.
Okay, I remember the logo though. It was fire. The shirt was fire.
Yeah, I think that's the second brand. Or that's the first. That might have been the first clothing line we came up with.
Yeah,
then I think
shoes.
Yeah, and then I think it was combination after that.
Combination. We had something with that.
Was it? I thought there was something before combination.
Did y'all? I think that was all. This is before Maybe I'm Dreaming, right?
Yeah, this is way before. Maybe I'm Dreaming didn't start until in the Navy. I remember.
Okay.
Wait, combination was before the Navy?
Yeah.
No, it was like before.
It was when you came back.
Yeah, I thought it was when
you came back because we was talking to your uncle.
It might have started one. I'm pretty sure it started before I went though.
Because we made shirts and everything, so obviously we had to have some time to do it.
I'm pretty sure it was before I left. Because I remember having shirts in the Navy, but I'm pretty sure I started it.
I don't have it no more, but I just seen it like maybe a year ago. We had it all spelled out.
The combination.
I had it. Yeah,
that joint was fire. Dang.
But it was a name thing. That's why we didn't keep it going. It was something with the name that we couldn't. We was trying. I don't know if somebody had that.
No, it was me. No, it wasn't the name. It was the name. Yes, but because I think for me, I didn't want it to be one dimensional because it was like combination and everything had to do with like locks and stuff. You know, like unlocking your potential or like unlocking your something. It was unlock. Yeah, that was like our motto or slogan, whatever. But I think it was just one dimensional, and I was like, I can't do it. And I think that's the main thing for me. I hate doing like one dimensional things, and that's where I had my trouble with like Maybe I'm Dreaming at first because like I don't know what to do with sheep. You know what I mean? Like it's only but. As time went on, you know what I mean, I started like using my creativity process. Like, all right, we can design more things.
So both of y'all tell us a little bit of how y'all kind of came up with that concept for the shirts, the sheep, you know what I'm saying? How did y'all?
So Maybe I'm Dreaming started with, we've been talking like just like with the shoes and music stuff. Like as a kid, like we was always just in it. Like the world was surrounding us. So we always wanted to have like a label and stuff. Did we ever like come up with anything before Maybe I'm Dreaming?
No. Not label wise, no.
Yeah. So Maybe I'm Dreaming pretty much we did a collab song, and that was like, was that the first song you produced or Dismantle?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think that was the first song
I feel like I remember this.
No, the first song I did was Love Spray.
Okay.
Love Spray.
Wow, that was the first song?
I think that was
I think that joint came out after Dismantle.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I think that was the second one. But
that was like your first like single though, wasn't it?
It might have. I don't know.
Just like
I used to love that, bro. Like
y'all don't understand the energy. Like the energy that was happening at that time was so crazy. Like just thinking about it, just the nostalgia and everything. Cause that's when I was just like so surprised that he was even like making beats. I was just like, what the fuck? Like what's going on? But yeah, like he sent me the beats of Dismantle. I don't know. I think it's still on streaming. I'm pretty sure
it might be under the Midniteinvegas. I think it might be.
I think it's under your. I think it's Midnight. No, I think you changed it.
But it might be in the first one. Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm pretty sure Love Spray was first then.
It might have been. I don't want to get too caught up into it, but
yeah. I just got me thinking.
We'll hold that thought. We'll go there.
So anyways, so yeah, he sent me it, and I just had a verse on it, and I was just talking about like some really like metaphysical stuff, like literally just said like maybe I'm dreaming, son. But yeah, so like after that, we was just talking about starting up a label, and we was like, what should we name it? Like all this stuff, and then I think we just listened to the song, and I was like, maybe I'm dreaming, bro. Like yo, like that shit low key hard, like, and yeah, so that was really like the start of it, and we really was just, I guess, I'm trying to think like, what, it really wasn't like like the sheep idea. None of that was there at the very beginning.
Nah. I remember thinking of the logo. I remember I was on watch. And I was on watch, like, just standing watch with my gun or whatever. And I'm just over here in the shack just drawing like some like designs and stuff. I'm like, hey, let's like do some sheep, I think. Because it's like maybe I'm dreaming. I was like, the first thing I'm thinking of is like kind of sheep. You know what I mean? So I was like, hey, let's do that deal. And then he brought up the like, hey, let's do like 7 of them, like based on the chakras or whatever. I was like, all right, cool, that's cool. Like in the different colors.
Okay, so see, I never knew that. See, that's why I'm asking. It's because I never knew that y'all took those. Okay, the sheep, that's what you think about when you sleep, and then the 7 chakras. See, I never knew that. That's why, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And it's like a lot of stuff that's 7. Pretty much in this whole reality. Like it's even like the 7 colors of the rainbow. That's really like where we had to try to like get that color scheme down. The original one. And like it's weird because like when we first started it was just like we was kind of just in the like void, bro. Like we didn't have none of these ideas that we have now. And it's kind of crazy to just think about it because like during that time it was just the weirdest energy. And we just knew like we was doing something important. But I remember he like came back with the logo. Like I guess he went on Fiverr and got the logo done.
That joke is so like, fire.
Like, oh my God.
We show off the you know what I'm saying?
Coming
merch
soon.
right here while we speaking of, you got it on new drop coming soon.
Sweatsuits, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You
gotta get ready for the
over here for the fall, you know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have a lot of colors, but this is just the basic, first drop. But so we trying to we're trying to expand. So like it's funny, like creating a business is so hard because especially when you have a partnership, because it's like, if you don't have the community, I guess this is like advice for anybody that's doing like business. If you don't have the communication, it's going to be so hard to like actually go into like the vision that you want to go to, because working with other people.
You gotta be able to cater to other people's ideas and stuff, and not be biased and not be like, no, this is what I want, or this, because then y'all gonna start. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a give and take sort of, you know what I'm saying, push and pull, like, you know what I'm saying, so y'all can bounce off.
So when we started it off, we wanted to do like a record label thing. So I think we definitely had a good concept at the beginning, but we just didn't know what that really entailed. You know what I mean? So like throughout time, like I've been thinking, I'm like, all right, it's cool, we have a label, we doing clothes, but it's like, all right, what is the main thing that we do? Because at the same time, it's just, in a sense, just us here, you know what I mean? That's on a label. Like we have like affiliation people, you know what I mean? But in a sense, like they're not signed, you know what I mean? So I was like, what should we do to create, something where we're loving what we're doing, like revolving around music and fashion and stuff that we love, but not just investing into artists. Not like, eventually we're going to do that. But like right now, like starting off as a company is like kind of hard when you don't have any type of money to invest in artists, because that's all what a record label do, is you just invest in the artist. So we had to transform the whole thing to like actually cater to what we're actually doing right now, which is like the engineering, the graphic design, the video work, the copyrights, the syncing, like licensing. Like we want that to be our main focus, and obviously like the clothing line too. But that's all just in one thing where we're helping artists grow. It's kind of like a farmhouse. Like when you think of like the
so
Braves,
all of that's
you know what I mean?
Bouncing off. You feel like everything is bouncing off of. You know what I'm saying?
Farmhouse, bro. I don't know why when you said that, I was just thinking about like slaughtering and shit. Like,
no.
Without the slaughter.
No.
And the industry's like record labels and the industry in general, it is like built like a slaughterhouse.
They take out life insurance policies.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to But
I was gonna say too, because it almost seems like, you know how everybody got a clothing line now. It almost seems like everybody got a record label now, and I
just had to do something different.
Yeah, and we out the age of record labels just getting like put up from nothing. Like that's the 80s and 90s. Like it's damn near impossible unless you have an absurd amount of money. So if you think like you want to make a record label and you're not really having any type of like material or like sauce to get it going, it's like, it ain't gonna be what you expect it to be.
Exactly.
So that's what he was talking about, like becoming more of like services, media services, because that's what we do, and that's very what's the word? It's
valuable.
It's valuable. It's very valuable.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, if you don't got money, you just need to have something that's like that's valuable to.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to do. And that took a long time for me to actually understand and want to articulate, in a sense. You know what I mean? Because it was like, all right, so like as time goes on and I'm learning about business, it's always about a problem and a solution. That's like the main thing. It's like
supply and demand.
Yeah, like supply and demand. But at the same time, like most of these companies that come together that's big now because they solved a problem. Like if you think of Apple, they solved a problem with just like phones, and they were revolutionary when it comes to like safety, like security, new designs, like touchscreen. Like they were new to the game with that. Even like with Microsoft, they were new. They brought like the computers and like the software wise, you know what I mean?
Thanks.
Like anything like business wise, they always solving a problem, and that's what makes them, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking like, all right, well, there's plethora of labels. There's plethora of like people that wants to follow their dream of music or follow their dream of making clothes, you know what I mean? So what can I offer to the table that's going to be different, you know what I mean? Like, so right now, I don't want to give us all of our sauce, but I'll just keep it like, you know, just like plain. But I just wanted to create something where it's service-based, where we can, like I said, like a farmhouse, because what I'm thinking about is like a farmhouse is like Braves. Like they have the major leagues, and then you got the minor leagues. You got the AAA, AA, then just the regular A. And then the better you get, the more you go up the ladder, and then until you make it to the major leagues. But in that time, they're building you up to get you to the major leagues. Right. So in that sense, I want us to build artists to actually make it to the major leagues, which is being mainstream. Like, you know what I mean? But that's just helping you out with the streaming, the marketing, the videos, you know what I mean? Like anything, like merchandise, you know what I mean? Like we can all have that in-house where, hey, come here, like we'll actually help you get to the next step. Okay. So that's my dream with Maybe I'm Dreaming. It's more than just, like I said, like creating a record label. It's more of just helping people out reach their full potential. You know what I mean? So that's my vision of like where I want to go with Maybe I'm Dreaming. I know that wasn't really the question, but
hey man, we're putting it out there.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions to Acties Lunar, man. I wish you would have brought some pieces, man. I gotta give a shout out to
yeah, that's great.
Because we completely skipped it. We talking about combination and all that. Forget all that, man. This man went crazy with his own clothing line all by himself, all day, handmade, hand stitched, everything, doing pop-up shops. Just, you know, everything, man. Active Lunar, man. That's an honorable mention. We gotta give a shout out. I don't know if you're still doing it or not, but
it's gonna come back.
I got the sweatsuits at the crib. I need a new sweatsuit. It's getting cold outside, man. I need to Maybe I'm Dreaming, and I need to add this.
Yeah, like the only reason I put that on the back burner is because
give them a little insight to that before you put it on the back burner. I tell them how that inspired, because that was a big thing.
Yeah,
that wasn't no, you know,
and that's like the
we
thing,
photo shoots, everything.
Yeah, like, and that's where I feel like, all right, so like I said with the whole partnership thing, you know what I mean? Like me and Jordan, we were having that communication. Like I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with the brand, like Maybe I'm Dreaming, and you know he was telling me like, hey, do this and that. I'm like, I get it, you know what I mean?
It's so harsh. I ain't even saying like that.
No, I mean like, but it's like, you know, no. Like it is like, you know, because like Jordan is a very like was a passionate person, you know what I mean? So he like, I give everything up to Jordan because like he keeps me grounded in a sense. Like he always knows, like he knows me probably the best out of everybody, you know what I mean? And he always pushes me to the next level. But me and my like naive ways, I guess, in a sense, I was like, I'm gonna just do my own thing, because in a sense I didn't know what I wanted to do, right? So like I was confused. I'm like, I want to do clothes, but I feel like I didn't have a creative vision with the Maybe I'm Dreaming, like until like recently, you know what I mean? But like that's just, it was just like the creative vision. I felt like I was being forced to create stuff where it's like, I don't know where to go with it, you know what I mean? So it's like, but I had to, you know, just recoup and just like, all right, push everything back and let me just like focus, like what we need to do. So that's where I am now. So it's like, all right, let's push Maybe I'm Dreaming. Let's get that to a level where I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like where let's happy. Because Atheist Lunar, I always wanted to create like a label where it's like high design, like high end, like where it's like formal attire, like, you know what I mean? Like just like, I want to say, yeah, maybe like tuxedos. Like I'm talking about like bow ties. I'm talking about like Louis Vuitton, like I just want to be like high end, you know what I mean? That's what I wanted to go with the brand. And I feel like I couldn't do that with Maybe I'm Dreaming. So that's why I went that route. But anyways, so the reason why I created Atheist Lunar was because I wanted to do something myself. So I came up with the whole concept of Atheist Lunar, which is the moth, a moon moth. And it just kind of like the whole, what's the word? Like the whole,
concept.
The concept of the brand was to like follow your dream, or not follow your dreams, but follow your light. You know what I mean? Which is like your purpose. So like a moth, like they're attracted to light. So I was like, hey, like be attracted to like what you want
to a flame.
Yeah. So like be attracted to what you want to do. You know what I mean? And just pursue that, because if you think of a bug's life, the only thing they do is just fly around a light bulb. You know what I mean? Like it's just you know what I mean? Reproduce. But in a sense, like that's their main thing, is just to be attracted to light. That's their main brain strategy. I don't know, but so yeah, that's the reason why I created Atheist Lunar, because I just wanted to do something for me, but at the same time, it wasn't supposed to be at that time. You know what I mean? So that's why I switched back to Maybe I'm Dreaming. I'm gonna go crazy with the clothes and the music, but I understand my role in the company now, like than before. So it's a new beginning. Like now I know where my place is. Like I know where to take us, because it took a minute for me to understand, like, we're not a record label, like we're a service-based company now. Right. So I had to like shift it, because I feel like we couldn't be a growing brand as just known as a record label when we're not signing artists.
And that's what I was trying to tell them too. Like, if you don't got money, like, and you just want to be a record label, just like signing people, like, you don't have anything valuable to offer people, so they're not going to sign to you. And I mean, like, we're trying for like years to just like figure that out. But that's
so and that's where we are now.
I feel like even with the Atheist Lunar thing, like I feel like that kind of gave you a different outlook on, even with the fashion thing, like really finding. Like, I was just noticing how you like, I remember like when you first got your sewing machine, bro, and you was fucking up shirts and you was like, damn. And you would go back and but you kept trying. Like, some people like, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I just send it to somebody else to do. But you was like, nah, bro, I'm going to get this until I get it right. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, you learn like different fabrics and stuff like that. So now I feel like you bringing that to, you know what I'm saying, the process that you learned and that you went through now with your new stuff. You know where to go to get the top materials, or you know where to go to get, you know what I'm saying, new label, or, you know what I'm saying, and you know, the best stitching and the best embroidery, and you do it all yourself. You know what I'm saying? You're now outsourcing for that. So I feel like, even though Atheist Lunar, you put it on the back burner for now, I feel like it played a role definitely in moving even Maybe I'm Dreaming forward, because it made you get really, really hands-on with it. Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So it gave you like a better appreciation of, you know what I'm saying, what you putting into Maybe I'm Dreaming now. Because imagine if you didn't, we was just over there last night, you was put it on the machine and set everything up. But imagine if you didn't know how to do that. You would have to be waiting for somebody to send it back to you, or waiting for somebody, but you took it upon yourself. And that's the same thing that goes back into the music when you went to the Navy. You didn't have him to do beats. You didn't have him to, you know what I'm saying? So you had to take it into your own hands and be like, I'm going to do it myself until I get it right. You know what I'm saying? So I think everything, like you said, it's all based in timing, and it's all based in, you know what I'm saying, when it's meant to play its role. You know what I'm saying?
I think, and that goes back to like me personally. Like, I'm a person where, in a sense, I'm a perfectionist, but when it comes to like doing what I love, I'm gonna just do it until I die, basically.
Do it until you get it right.
Like, until I get it right. Cause like, one thing and I'll tell y'all this all the time, is like, I live by like the code of like, everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? So like, maybe like I said, Atheist Lunar may not be for this time period, but like you said, it gave me that insight of like, created, like finding
more into it,
doing like the research and development, like finding the right distributor, finding like the
exactly. Imagine you still be trying to learn how to do that now if you didn't go through that
exactly. And now I know how to do everything. Like everything we did, literally at the crib,
at the crib last night doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying, all in house. No outsourcing, no having to, you know what I'm saying? That's why I think Maybe I'm Dreaming is so special, because everything is in-house. Yeah. A lot of people got to outsource. You got to pay person do this.
That's why I didn't want, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's like, okay, even if you don't got the capital, but if you got the talent and you got the know-how and you got the drive to do it, everything can be created right here. Mm-hmm. You know
and that's why we're starting now, man, because like at the end of the day, like everything is going to expand and grow over time. So if I'm doing all this stuff now, I'm thinking like maybe like 5 years from now, I'm not touching nothing anymore. Mm-hmm. Like I'm teaching people how to do it and they doing it for me because we got 500 orders, you know what I mean? Like I can't do it by myself. Fact. But at the end of the day, I know what to do and I'm going to teach, you know, the next person that comes in.
Valuable skill to teach.
Yeah, this is a valuable skill, you know what I mean? And that's everything that we do, like the beats, the, you know what I mean? Like the clothes, the video work. Like I want everything that we do to be like second nature for us, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So like at the end of the day, like when we're rich and famous, we're just on the outside. We're bird's eye views, making sure everything's right because we know how everything goes. You know what I mean? Because you can't own a business if you don't know anything that's going on in the business.
Been on the ground floor.
Yeah, like you can't come from the mail. You can't have a restaurant. You can't have a restaurant where you don't know how to cook. How you gonna say the food is good when you don't even know how to make food? You know what I mean? So it's like it's the same thing for anything you do. Like just creative wise or just business wise, like you have to know what you're doing to be to be successful, you know what I mean? So I would take that into like my part is to learn as much as I can. Like I'm in an age or I'm in a time of my life where it's like if I'm not learning nothing, I'm gonna quit, you know what I mean? Like or like at least with the job related. Like if I'm working somewhere and I'm not learning nothing, like it's not no point, you know what I mean? Like that's so, yeah, like I'm just in a time of life, like I'm just going to learn as much. I'm going to just absorb as much information because at the end of the day, like I know it's important to me, you know what I mean? To have as much knowledge on what I love, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if as much information I'm gathering about clothes and music that can help me out and help all of us out at the same time, I'm all hands down for it, you know what I mean? Because like I said, it's going to help all of us at the same time. It's not just about me. It's about helping all of us out to get to the level where, like I said, 5 years from now, we're looking at a bird's eye view and we're at home, you know what I mean? We just cooking up music, but we got 5 other people, 10 other people making the clothes, or we got 10 other people going out shooting videos for us. But we can actually, dedicate our lives to something that we want to do, like for the rest of our lives without working, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like we already set that foundation straight where we just enjoying life at that point, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just want to put in as much hard work as I can now. So like I said, like 5 years from now, like I'm happy. Like everything is all set in place.
We wrapping it up, and so tell us what you got coming, man. What we can look forward to. Any new music? That's what I want to know. any, you know what I'm saying? What you got coming, man? We talked about the clothing line a little bit, just a little bit of a preview. But what else you got coming that the audience and everybody tuning in can be looking forward to from you?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm working on a producer tape. So that's I'm trying to have that done by the end of the year, to be honest. So like I want to produce a tape, like a whole album, like maybe like 16 songs. So because that's my goal. I want to have a full ass album. Like I'm tired of the EP or 6 songs. Like I want to have a full album, but I think it's better for me just to be on the outside looking in. It's like, all right, I'm directing traffic in a sense. Like I'm creating what I want to create because, like I just want to experiment of just producing and just letting people just experiment with my beats. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing. So that's something to look for is my beat tape. We got these bad boys coming out in about a week or so.
How many colors y'all got coming up?
That's to be announced, but we're definitely gonna have some fire colors coming in.
Can I see the pants? Is it good? Like stand up real quick.
Yeah, so like you already know, we got the sheep on the right pants right thigh area. We got the sheep on the top. The thin
down a little bit.
Oh yeah. Got the traditional sheep chest patch. And like I said, yeah, on the
shout out the
right thigh. And then my boy with the body essentials, he's our other creative director on the clothes thing. So yeah, appreciate Malcolm helping us out with everything he does. So yeah, we on some big things. Like we're finally getting the puzzles, actually putting the puzzles pieces together to actually create this beautiful portrait that we're gonna hang up one day. But yeah, so look out for the clothes. Like I said, these sweatpants or sweatsuits coming out for the winter time. Caught some beanies because we still have some in stock because it's going to get cold out there. Y'all going to need y'all ears warm.
I got to cop that red one.
We got to make those again, but
I need the red one. I got all the other colors. The red one.
But yeah, we're going to drop some more beanies. We're going to drop some more sweats. Yes, and just look out because we got a lot of stuff in store, to be honest. Yeah. But it's just more facts of just building this catalog and making sure all of y'all see it, and if y'all like it, cop it. So.
And all of that is at maybeondreaming.com.
Yeah, so maybeondreaming.com.
Y'all go subscribe to the YouTube channel and everything. Y'all check out the website
and make sure y'all go, I guess, like our playlist also because we're starting to go crazy on playlists. And that's where we're going to start doing playlist promotions where if you got a single, if you want to be on our playlist, hit us up. Yeah, so that's the big thing we want to go in our direction is just creating playlists and getting our music discovered out there in the world. So
yes, sir.
Before we exit, if the whole world was watching right now, what would you tell them?
Wake up.
Wake up. Hey, wake up because we come in here with the bulldozer. But
y'all gonna miss the wave and y'all exactly. Like, damn, them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Like on some real stuff, like follow your dreams for real. Follow your heart, follow your passions, follow your love because that's really authentic. You can like push it out and try to follow anything else, and it might not be the easiest thing. You know what I mean? It could be a reason why it's not working out for you. So if something is something meaningful to you, just follow it. You know what I mean? Like don't listen to the crowd. Don't listen to what people say. Stay prayed up, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, God's going to show you your direction. Just love yourself, for real. Love yourself because nobody is going to love you more than yourself, to be honest. So, yeah, keep yourself first and do what you want to do, and you can do anything that you want to do.
Wise words, brother.
For sure.
Wise words. All right, man.
Midniteinvegas, Slip Easy, August. Thank you all for watching.
Right, man. Yes, sir.
Peace out.
And cut. Sleep in that.